I don't know, it's saying offline, but it's showing us streaming things. I don't know what the heck's going on, but you can go ahead and start.
Sure?
Yeah.
Okay. I'd like to call this caucus meeting to order. Looking for a motion to dispense with the reading of the minutes of the second regular meeting, dated Wednesday, February 25th, 2026, except prepared by the clerk. There's 4 pieces of communications. Does anybody have questions or comments on our communications?
Nope.
I don't have a report from the mayor, so we'll go into standing committees.
We'll have on March 18th, a finance and legislation meeting, cover pending legislation at 6 o'clock.
Okay? Any other committees? If none, we've got 4 pieces, right? 4 pieces of communication. Is there any questions or comments on legislation tonight? I believe 2 are second readings. We'll be looking to go to 3rd readings, and 2 ordinances are under emergency. Unfinished business.
Just so, well, we all got those copies about front yard gardens, so if you can review it, and next week we'll discuss it, because there were some changes. And then, we can go from there, whatever you guys think, and then it'll go to 3 readings, so people have an opportunity to talk on it, and if that's okay.
Any other unfinished business? New business? Law Director John.
I do have something.
Oh, God.
So we had somebody come to the meeting a couple weeks ago and complain about odors from marijuana plants. I have looked into that. I've spoke to her. I am sending out a letter to the neighbor, letting the neighbor know that in my opinion, the area that is where the plants are needs to be fully secured with not only walls but also a top. So if that letter went out today to the neighbor, and we'll see what happens. So but I did talk to her as well, and I let her know that I was sending that letter out. So I'll keep you updated if I hear anything else, but I took care of it.
So
Okay.
is that how that's supposed to be for everyone?
Yeah.
So those plants are supposed to be covered?
Correct. It's the law reads something to the effect of it's supposed to be in, it gives a greenhouse, a closet, or other secured area, or I forget the word that's used, that it can't be accessible to people under 21 years of age, and it can't be visible from a public area.
Where is that house at in question, John?
Hamilton,
Hamilton.
I think 190
Yeah.
something.
Is that due to the new legislation that was passed?
So, the old legislation had very similar language, but when it first came out, there was a lot of uncertainty about how everything would be interpreted. The new legislation, while it keeps pretty much the same language, based upon the reading that I have now, I do think that it has to be fully secured. Before, I will say that when I was asked by the police department, I was kind of the position that as long as it didn't need a roof, didn't need the top, but I think now, with the changes that have been made to the law and you read them in conjunction with each other, I think it needs to have a roof, and it makes sense.
No, I agree.
You know, if that wasn't the case, that it needed a roof, would the odor itself have been enough for you to intervene?
No.
Okay,
And I
so-
told her, and I did tell her that, by the way, I
Okay.
told her that, if he complies as he should with putting on a roof, we'll say, for lack of a better word, and there's still an odor, there's nothing I can do about that. I mean, that
Okay.
just is what it is.
Okay.
So in order for that to be enforced, it's basically gonna have to be neighbor reporting to neighbor, pretty much.
Yeah, or if the police go out and they see something.
Notice it. if they're on a call and they notice it.
Correct, and the
'Cause-
penalty could be, the penalty for not complying with that is actually illegal cultivation of marijuana, which could be anywhere from a minor misdemeanor to a felony of the second degree, depending on how much marijuana is there.
Yeah, cause I'm kinda linking this to the law that is on dangerous dogs and pit bulls. They're supposed to be in a fenced-in yard,
Correct.
and they're supposed to be in a pen with a top on it.
Correct.
I don't think anybody does
I
that,
don't think so either.
and we don't enforce it because we don't know, you know.
Yeah, and I gotta look, I believe that Lanzo had a case in Youngstown where Youngstown had required that, and Lanzo lost and then appealed, and then I think, if I remember correctly, Court of Appeals said that because you're singling out a particular breed, that it wasn't a proper, that's not a proper law. Now, if it's classified as a dog, regardless of which kind it is, if it's classified as a dangerous dog, then you can go ahead and you can put those requirements, I believe that's what it is, but I'll look into that.
Okay. Cause I remember walking, I came to a house and they had 6 pit bulls in their backyard.
Yeah.
And that fence wasn't very sturdy, it didn't look like it, but anyway, I didn't go there. But that's
There's a
kinda
lot of
scary.
people that like them.
We have a lot of pit bulls in Struthers,
There's a lot of pit bulls that,
everywhere,
Everywhere.
yeah, but there is quite a few in Struthers.
Angels for Animals has an overabundance of pit bulls. I don't know why. That breed it's out there.
that's all.
Yeah, that's very interesting.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Any other questions for our law director?
She was happy, by the way.
I'm
Good.
sure she
That's
was,
good.
yeah.
She was
So you
happy
gave
that
her
was-
an answer.
I gave her an answer, I looked into it, got back to
Right,
her.
a response, that's important, that really is.
So, she's happy.
Any other questions for our law director? The auditor's absent. Anthony did give a report, I'm gonna read it here, okay? Dear honorable members of council, I would like to thank the Struthers Fire Department for their efforts at the annual spaghetti dinner. Special thanks to Councilman Patrick for his generous donations and Councilman Pingley for helping throughout the day. With spring approaching quickly, please feel free to reach out to me anytime concerning anything with our roadways, property maintenance. It is advantageous we work together as an administration and council to keep up on everything throughout our city, so please, just reach out with any concerns that we can approach them together. Our 2025 resurfacing should begin within the next month or two, and I will keep everyone updated through that process as well as any upcoming projects that we have slated throughout our city. Our code enforcement officers preparing for spring and summertime maintaining, we hold properties up to code. I would like to thank the street department for their hard work all winter long with spring fast approaching. The guys are beginning to prepare for their sweeping season, and we will keep residents up to date once that begins and what areas the guys are working in. The asphalt plants should be reopening come the 1st of April, so we will be working on potholes, street sweeping, and grass as the summer months loom. Our police, fire, and wastewater plant have continued their great work in our city. Throughout the next few months, our wastewater team will be out cleaning and running lines, working on catch basins that need repaired. In 2025, our fire department reached out over 1,700 service calls, and we continue to thank our great department for their endless work. Our police and fire are the best around and with their service and timely manner that they provide calls. Respectfully, Anthony Bishop. Okay, plus I think there was a report from the fire department on his calls that everyone should have, so. If there's any questions next time Anthony's around,
I just wanna comment on how well he's doing.
he does
He's settled into the job very good.
excellent job. He does an excellent report. And I pull him one time, I just don't have to have one every week, but. Oh my
Yeah, it's
God.
nice to get.
Absolutely, real, well, yeah, you look, you're right. He does an excellent job. I couldn't speak enough for him. Anything else? Motion adjourned? Second?
Second.